Now we talk about RNA. RNA is ribonucleic acid. So ribonucleic acid or RNA is another macromolecule which is important just like DNA and proteins. According to central dogma of life, which is the main concept in molecular biology, DNA makes RNA and RNA makes proteins. So RNA plays some sort of an intermediary role between DNA and proteins. There are differences between DNA and RNA. So DNA, as the name indicates, is deoxyribose, whereas the sugar in RNA is ribose. So the only difference is that on carbon number 2 of the sugar, there is oxygen molecule which is present in RNA. In addition to that, DNA contains thiamine nitrogenous base, whereas RNA contains uracil. Another difference between DNA and RNA is that RNA is single-stranded entity, whereas the DNA was made up of 2 strands which are supercoiled on each other. Base pairing in RNA is intramolecular. So sometimes within the RNA, the different bases, they make bonds with each other. So that makes up their secondary structures. Okay, so let's look into the structure of the RNA molecule. So as we see here, what we see is this RNA molecule is single-stranded. Unlike RNA, you don't see another strand. The other difference is you would find the U's, uracils. On carbon number 2, you would also see those OH groups. So in DNA, there was H, and here it's OH. So that is the distinction between the DNA and the RNA. Okay. So let's take some secondary structures which are formed in the RNA. So on the top, you would find something which we call as hairpin. So it's just like the hairpin which we use to control your hair. So these bases are paired here in the bottom, and on the top you would see some bulging part. Whereas in figure B, you would see that the lower part of some base, paired entities, there are some nucleotides that they go away from each other. So we'd find a bulge here. 2 bulges, just like opposite to one another, they make the loop. There are different types of RNA. Number 1 is messenger RNA, which is the foremost important component because this is actually the main adapter molecule between DNA and RNA. So when we talk about central dogma, we would see that the DNA forms mainly the messenger RNAs, though all RNAs are formed from DNA. So messenger RNA acts as a template for protein synthesis. It's relatively unstable molecule, and the other molecule is transfer RNA. So transfer RNA acts as an adapter molecule where amino acids are attached. So it's relatively stable as compared to this messenger RNA. Another important type is ribosomal RNA. So ribosomes, they help forming the proteins. So RNA present related to them is actually the ribosomal RNA, which forms the core parts of those ribosomes. So in addition to that, we have some small regulatory RNAs and some catalytic RNAs. So RNAs, they also play the roles of like enzymes controlling different functions in life.